Welcome students. I hope all are safe and enjoying in your homes. Bible verse says, "Cast all your anxiety on him because he cares for you." 1 Peter 5:7. Children, in our last class we have completed first chapter, and in today's class we are going to start with new chapter, chapter 2, physical and chemical change, session 3. In our first chapter we have learned the following topics in our last video. They are change in state of matter. Under that we have seen solid, liquid change and liquid to gas change. Then we have seen our vapors differ from gases. Then composition of matter. Under that we have seen about element, atoms and molecules, and at last we have seen what is chemical bonding. In today's class, we are going to learn the following topics. They are reversible and irreversible change, desirable and undesirable change, physical and chemical change. Children, what do you see here? Yes, you can see here a flower, how it is grown from bud to flower. So, everything that we look around us has undergone some kind of changes. So, in this picture, you can see from bud to the flower. So, it undergone few changes in it. For example, growth of plants, digestion of food, melting of ice, etc. So, all these things are said to be change. Few more examples are burning of matchsticks, sky, rusting of iron, burning of wood. They all undergo some changes. So, at every time it undergoes some kind of changes. In this chapter, we will be learning about the types of changes. The first type is reversible and irreversible change. Second type is desirable and undesirable change. And third type is physical and chemical change. Now, let us see what is reversible and irreversible change. Children, you can just look at these pictures. The first picture, you can see the juice got melted, that is, it got freezed, and we got ice stick, that is ice cream. In the second picture, you can see the chocolate has melted and it has formed into an liquid state. So here from liquid to solid has changed, and in the second picture you can see solid to liquid, and in the third picture you can see the egg is converted into, that is, on heating it is converted into egg omelette. So here also you can observe some kind of changes. And in the fourth picture you can see burning of wood. So here the wood is converted into ashes. And in the fifth picture you can see iron nails. So it got rusted and the color is changed. And in the last sixth picture you can see the burning of candle. So as candle burns, the size got reduced. So these are the few changes that we see around us. Reversible change. So this is the example for reversible change. So here you can see the ice stick, that is stick ice. So when we melt it, what happens? It will be converted into juice form. So when we freeze it, it will be converted back into ice cream stick. So it is an reversible one. Similarly, here you can see bulb glows. So when we switch on the bulb, what happens? The bulb will glow. Has on heating it glows, and on cooling it vanishes. So here when we switch off the bulb, the light will off. So it is also an reversible change. Another example you can see here, melting of ice cubes. So when we melt ice cubes, it will be converted into liquid ice cubes, and when we freeze it, it will be converted into solid ice cubes. So it is a reversible process. So I hope you all understood what is reversible change. The definition of reversible change is, a change is said to be reversible when an opposite change can be brought by reversing the condition. So when we reverse the condition, we will get the same product. For example, melting of ice. So when we melt it, we got liquid, and when we freeze it, we got ice cubes. So when we reverse the condition, we can get the product. So this is what reversible change. The next type of change is irreversible change. It is just the opposite of reversible change. So here you can see egg omelette. So when we take an egg and when we put an omelette, what happens? It will be converted into egg omelette. Can we able to reverse this process? No, we cannot do it. So such type of change is said to be irreversible change. Similarly, baking of cake. So we use many kind of flours to make a cake. After making a cake, can we able to make it back? That is, can we able to convert it back into flour? No, we cannot do it. So it is also an irreversible change. Here you can see few examples for irreversible change. An irreversible change is a permanent change that cannot be done. For example, rusting of metals. So you can see when iron metal is got rusted, we cannot reverse the process to get the pure metal. Similarly, frying of an egg. So we cannot get the unboiled egg back. Similarly, burning of paper. So when we burn paper, it will be converted into ashes. Can we able to reverse this process? No, we cannot convert ashes into paper. So such kind of change is said to be irreversible change. So the irreversible change definition is, a change is said to be irreversible when the opposite change cannot be brought about by reversing the condition. So we cannot reverse by doing reverse condition. We cannot bring back the change that has happened. So it is said to be irreversible change. Few more examples are conversion of milk into curd. So we know that when we add a small drop of curd into and milk, it will be converted into curd. Can we able to reverse this process? No, we cannot do it. So it is an example of irreversible process. That is irreversible change. Another example is sugar. Sugar gets charred on heating, and it is not changed back. So when we heat sugar, it will be charred and the color will be turned into black, and we cannot change this process back. Another example is photosynthesis. This process is also an irreversible change. So the examples for irreversible changes are burning of coal, wood, paper, photosynthesis in plants, digestion of food, growth of plant and animals. So these are the first type, that is reversible and irreversible change. So in reversible change, when the opposite change cannot be brought about, it is said to be a reversible condition, and when it cannot be brought about, then it is said to be irreversible condition. By reversing the condition, when the change is not brought about, it is irreversible, and by reversing the condition and the change is brought about, then it is said to be reversible condition. The next category is desirable and undesirable change. So here you can see the first picture, it is ripening of food, that is fruit, and you can see milk to curd. So these are all few changes that happened. And these changes are desirable change because they are useful for us. Few more examples are cooking. Cooking undergoes some changes and it is useful for us to eat those food. Another example is growing of living organisms. It also undergoes a change, and it is also a desirable one because it is useful for us. Egg to chicken, windmill, photosynthesis, all this process are desirable changes because they are useful for us. Those changes will help us. So such kind of change is said to be desirable change. So desirable changes are useful for us. Undesirable change. For example, common natural disasters, all those are some kind of changes. For example, earthquake, volcanoes, tsunamis, landslides, Haryana's floods, etc. All these are some undesirable changes that we do not like, and it is harmful for us. Few more examples are spoilage of food, forest fire, decaying of food, rusting, etc. So all these changes are harmful for us. So undesirable changes means which are harmful for us is said to be undesirable change. So desirable change means change which happens or useful for us, and undesirable change means change which happens or harmful for us. The next type of change is physical and chemical change. So here you can see physical change, cutting of wood. So when we cut the wood, the shape of the wood will be changed. It is said to be an physical change. Chemical change. Chemical change example is burning of wood. When we burn wood, the wood will be converted into ashes. So here new product is formed, whereas in physical change there is no new substance is formed, but here in chemical change new substance will be formed. So while burning wood we get ashes. So it is an chemical change. Let us see few chemical change examples, changes in state of matter. First example, glowing of heater or bulb. So when we glow, what happens? The electric current will be passed and the bulb will be glowed. When we switch off the electric current, the bulb will vanishes. So here it is an reversible change as well as no new substances formed. I have already told you, in physical change there will be no new substance will be formed. Another example, melting of solid. So here you can see ice cube on heating, it is converted into water, and when we freeze or cool water, it will be converted back into ice cube. So here also it is a reversible change and no new substances formed here. It is applicable for any solids, not only for water, it is applicable for any solids like butter, iron, lead, silver, gold, etc. They are also undergoes physical change. The next example is freezing of liquid. In freezing of liquid also you can see, I have already told you, in freezing what happens is the water will be cooled and it is converted into ice, and ice on heating it is converted into water. So here also you can see the reversible change, but you can also observe no new substances formed. So on cooling the same water will be converted into ice cube, and on heating the same water will be converted into liquid. So there is no new substance is formed. Here also freezing of any liquid is an physical change. The next example is sublimation. First let me tell you what is sublimation. Sublimation means the solid form will directly converted into vapors. So solid will directly converted into vapors without melting. So when cooled, vapors will be converted to solid. So it is also a reversible change. So here also you can see there is no substances formed. For example, when we keep camphor, what happens after few hours, you can observe the size will be reduced. This is due to sublimation. As time passes, it gets evaporated, and this is the reason why it is reduced. Some more examples are ammonium chloride, naphthalene and iodine, which undergo sublimation and which is said to be an physical change. The next example is dissolution of substance in a liquid. So first let me tell you what is solution. Solution means nothing but it is made of solute and solvent. Solute, mostly solute will be present in smaller amount and this solvent will present in larger quantity, and this solute is a substance that dissolves, and this solvent will be in liquid form in which the substance will dissolve. It will dissolve, and this is the solution which makes the solute to dissolve. So solute can be obtained back from the solution by evaporating, and this solute can be obtained back from solution by evaporating by doing the process. So it is also said to be a physical change. So here you can see the solution which consists of solute, which is a substance or salt. So on heating, what happens, the liquid gets evaporated, and the remaining solute present in the dish. Okay, so it is an physical change. So here the volume of liquid does not change. Solid will breaks up into molecules. So for explaining this, let me tell an activity. Take a water and add 2 spoons of sugar. So water is a solvent and sugar is the solute. So when we add the sugar into it, you can observe the rise in temperature. But when you stir it, what happens is the temperature will come back to its original level. This is due to the volume of liquid does not change as solid will breaks up into molecules. The next example is evaporation and boiling of liquid. We know what is boiling and what is evaporation. When liquid evaporates, the temperature will increase and the evaporation will also increases. When it is cool, it will be converted vapor into liquid. So boiling means from liquid to vapor, and evaporation means we know that from a liquid to gaseous form, which the gaseous form is said to be evaporated. So we can reverse this process also. When we reverse it, then we call those process as condensation. From liquid to from liquid to gas, it is said to be evaporation or boiling, and from gaseous form to liquid, it is said to be condensation. Okay, so condensation and evaporation both are also a physical change because they are reversible and there is no new substance formed. The last example is drying of clothes. Usually our mothers will dry our clothes in our terrace. They will dry our wet clothes. What happens when they put the wet clothes on sunlight? It will evaporate. That is, the water present in the cloth will get evaporated and get dried. So here also you can observe it is a reversible change and there is no substances formed here. So it is also an example for physical change. So physical change means the definition is a change in which no new substance are formed and which can be reversed. By reversing the condition is called a physical change. In today's class, we have learnt reversible and irreversible change. Reversible change means by reversing the condition, we can get back the change. An irreversible condition, by reversing the condition, we cannot get back the change. And desirable change means it is useful for living beings, and undesirable change means it is harmful for us. Physical and chemical change, under that we have seen what is physical change. Physical change means there will be no new substance formed and which can be reversed. By reversing the condition is called physical change. Students, I hope you all understood the topics. The assignments are, you have to learn the difference between reversible and irreversible change, desirable and undesirable change, physical and chemical change. I hope you all understood the topics. Meet you all in the next video. Thank you, children.